Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. I thought we would start having some good plays in the my Halloween October daily. So this is the front cover. I do have a video how I made this. I'm going to make a playlist so you can go back and see everything. And yesterday I did some work off camera, which was really nice. I finished watching a show on Acorn, and then I started a new series on Acorn. So it was kind of like old home week for me when I do that, because I really enjoy it. And then I want to show you what I did inside of my book. I added some papers. So, and I have some my daily calendar days here that I want to put in. I want to show you how I'm doing that because I ran these off on white photo paper, and you can see the back is plain, and I'm jazzing that up. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play with these. I think I'm going to switch this around like that because I have been playing, but I want to show you first what I did. So if you are into Halloween or junk journaling, or, you know, a lot of people make a December daily, I would love to have you stick around. This is going to be my October daily. I just feel like there's a lot going on for me in October. I'm going to be going away for a few days to Connecticut with my girlfriend to visit her daughter at college. So I think this is going to be really fitting for me to use throughout the month. And yeah, if you're new, I would love to have you stick around. Welcome back to all of my ladies and gents who visit me on a regular basis when I post. And a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons over on Patreon. So yesterday I had a nice play in this, and there was a lot of white pages in here, and there was some other pages, like this was a pink page underneath here, and I just didn't want a lot of the pink. So I went through my Halloween scrapbooking paper, and I covered everything up. And this was a white background. This page here, obviously, had white on the back. These are the numbers that we're going to be working with today, and I'm going to show you how I jazzed up the back of them. So when I put them on, they still are really pretty and blend in. And then here I made a pocket. I added this paper here with this. I wanted to just get rid of, I have another little pocket here, wanted to get rid of all of the white. So I just took my scrapbooking paper, I used washi tape, and I did just that. I covered up everything that was white. This is fun paper. This is Sherlock Holmes. And I really like this paper here. This I'm going to leave because I will be covering that up with some other papers. I don't mind the large sheet of pink because I'll be playing with that. This here, what I did was, this is watercolor paper. So I want to do some watercoloring on here. I thought that would be fun to do. And this is a 4x6 sheet of watercolor from a pad paper. And then I just use, these are all scraps from what I have been working on. Then I just added some washi tape as a border. I have all my numbers picked out here. Here I added, this is a nice deep pocket from here. I just measured it out, folded it up, and I have like I said, I have a nice big pocket there. And here I added some orange, some more black, and then I just carried it over here. This is a stripe, which I have trouble with stripes, but I just think that they're fitting for Halloween as well. So that'll be interesting. More black. I love this purple. I just think that's so befitting for Halloween. I don't know why, but this paper I added here. Another more paper here, and I folded it up to make a little pocket. This I will do something with this. I have an idea, but I didn't add the white to the back of that just yet. This here is another piece of paper for watercolor painting, and I just carried this over, made a little collage. I do have a pocket right here, so I can add a tag or a paper, you know, if I want to write something out. And on this side, I have a pocket. I could always put photos in there. More scrapbooking paper. Added this, made a little, left that as a border. This here, again. This here came all the way over to the side, and I just folded it back to make a pocket and added this paper here. Very simple, very easy. More scrapbooking paper here and there. And I think that's it. Yeah. So today I'm going to show you how I jazz up the back of these. Now, I thought these were they went really well for a Halloween daily. But believe it or not, these are Christmas. You know, it says Silent Night, O Little Town of Bethlehem. You can't really see it, but I would never use this in a Christmas journal or whatever. I think it's just too dark, and I think it goes perfect with the Halloween theme. So I'm using those. We're going to set this aside. And I was just trying to think of, you know, what I could do. I didn't want the white background. So I have my distressed inks here, sprays, which this is really the first I've used them. I've had them forever, and I mean forever. We're using those. I pulled out a really pretty stamp here, and I used this, and this is from Blue Fern Studios. So we're using that, and then I have this letter stamp. I'm using that. I have my brown StazOn, which this is Timber Brown, which I'm using on this stamp here. And then for my sprays, I have Vintage Photo. Okay. This one is Distressed Mica Spray, and this is Antiqued Bronze. And then this is Wild Honey. I love the Wild Honey. So I have those three. And then I have my zigzag cheapo scissors here that I use to cut them out. What else? What else do I need? I think that's it. Oh, and I have my my heat tool because I heated this up a little bit just to dry it. And I have my VersaFine for the stamping, and then I have my Vintage Photo to go around each number. Okay. So what I did, and I kind of held this up to the light because I didn't want to do the whole back. So you'll see these little corners here. I just kind of held it up and I saw where each corner was on here. Okay, flipped it over. And then I just took my ruler, because this is a square and I'm very linear. I say it all the time. I like my lines. So I just roughly made lines here so I know where to place that stamp. I'll make sure I'm all right up in here for you. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a guide, and this is just something that that I did. You don't have to do this. You could do the whole page if you wanted to, because it's only maybe a half an inch on the bottom, a half an inch round. But at least now I know where I can see right through the paper where my numbers are. And I am going to do the whole thing because I could use, you know, I could use these at some point. I mean, I will use these, but I won't use them in the Halloween, my Halloween journal. Okay, so the first one I'm going to use is the wild honey, okay? And I try to get most of that on here. I really like that color. And I'm not going to let it dry in between. I don't think that's necessary. Then I'm going to use the antique bronze. And the antique bronze is really kind of what gives it the sparkle. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of vintage photo. I don't know if I want to use vintage photo, because only for the fact that that's a little bit darker, and I don't think I used the vintage photo on that. I want to say I used the brushed pewter, but I don't remember. I didn't set it aside. This is tarnished brass. Maybe I used the brass. I'm just going to take a little spray right there. No, I didn't use the tarnished brass. And I must have used the vintage photo. And I'm just going to use a little bit there. Okay, yeah, I did. All right, and then I'm going to step away, and I'm going to heat this up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I heated it up, and it's all nice and dry now. And the reason that I didn't want to use too much of the vintage photo, this is it down, I'm stamping. So I really want this stamp to show through. So now I have all of that done, and then I'm just going to take my StazOn Timber Brown. And we are going to get this inked up. And you can go as dark or light as you want. I just am going a little bit darker here. And then I'm going to line this right up where my marks are here, just so it's nice and linear, I guess. So I hope everybody is doing well. I want to thank you again for joining me. And the other thing I want to remind you, I did a part 1 and a part 2 of the ATC, the coin and the card. And I have many more views on my part 1 than I do my part 2. But don't forget to go back and watch part 2, because that's where I add the gold around the edges to make it look, you know, like there's a little bezel around it, and the shoe polish. So make sure you check out part 2 of that video. Okay. And I just think this is really pretty. Just that little bit of stamping on there. And it really does, when you go and cut these out, it really does add a nice little element to the back. And it's just not white, and you just, it's pretty. And you can use black if you want, but I like the brown. Just because, you know, you have all your golds, and I like this little bit of orange in here. I just think it's a nice mix. I should get my brayer out and roll this. So today is Sunday, and I was up early because the F1 race started at 7 a.m. So my son and husband made sure I was up for that. And then it's just another beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous day here. And I got my recipe all ready for dinner tonight. Ran to the grocery store early this morning. That's not like me. I even went to our big grocery store about 20 miles away from here, but I've got a nice dinner planned. Last night, my son and daughter-in-law, they did salmon on the grill for us with mashed potatoes and homegrown green beans, and we had some specialty bread. And oh God, we sat outside. You know, we have a pergola area, and oh, we sat out there. It was just a beautiful night. And then we built a fire afterwards, and just really, really nice night. And I hope to eat outside again tonight because it is gorgeous. Wednesday and Thursday it's supposed to rain, but we need it. Everything is so dry. We haven't had rain in a while. And I've been really testing my pumps, my wells, to keep things watered. And hubby and I went to a little car show today. It was Cars and Crafts. That was kind of fun. We went to that. It was out in East Podunk, way out in the country. So we did that, and then I came back and repositioned my sprinkler, and here I am. He's outside reading. He's probably sleeping by now. Girls are out with him. I had to turn the air on today because it's 80-something degrees here. Okay, so isn't that pretty? So now this is all done, and all I have to do is cut, cut, cut. And I'm going to just cut around here. And the backs of these really are pretty. And you can do this with anything for, you know, Christmas. And also, I mean, I'm not using these. I can always use this here, which I think I will, in the journal. And that's another thing, you know, make some pretty backgrounds for your journal with this. And then I just take my little zigzaggy scissors here. And cut these up. And see that? Oh, my goodness. You know what I forgot? I forgot to stamp. All right, that's okay. So that's 31. That worked out well. Ha! So, okay. So now, you're probably saying, I thought she got a stamp out. We are going to use this stamp. Sorry, Charlie. And we're not using that. We're using the VersaFine in the black. See, I'm glad I caught that. when I turned that one over for 31, I'm like, oh, there's no numbers or anything on it. Okay, so again, I just kind of gauge where these numbers are. And I just stamp here. And make sure that your numbers are right side up when you stamp this. Not that, you know, these numbers, they really don't show. But you never know. Those are kind of on the top. Put these here. Put these here. And we're just going to do these. There. Okay, that's better. That is better. Okay. All right. All right. So if I were to use this in my book, I would not be stamping the letters or numbers. I might do some other things, but okay. And then we can just cut away. So wherever you may be, I do hope that you're having beautiful weather and you're having some fun events in your area that you can get out and go to. I don't do much in summer because it's just too hot. And I don't like to, we're in a tourist area and I just don't like to be around all the tourists. So it's nice when fall comes and the leaves haven't changed yet. We get a lot of leaf peepers that come for weekends. That's when I like to get out. I'll show you these after I cut them. So today was just, it's been a really nice weekend. My son's making a video. I'm doing this. Okay. All right, so here you've got, see, here's the backs now. Aren't these fun? Right there. I just really like these. I just think they're so pretty. Right side up. Yeah, and that's it. I've really been enjoying a lot of the comments that have been coming through. Most of them are on my collage art. I think that's the most watched. You know, I mean, a lot of people do journals and things like that. That's why I don't do a lot, you know, with journals. But I wanted to make this October daily. I already have some Christmas books already done up. And I just thought it would be fun. Something different. Sometimes I need a change as well. And I think, you know, if you're a card maker, I think you can also get ideas, you know, to make your cards. Okay. All right. So now we have all these. See that? Aren't they pretty? I just really, really, really like them. So then, after that, we're going to take our distressed, this is a vintage photo again. I do need a new, you're going to see a lot of little things come flying off of this. I need a new one, but I'll put it on after. And then I just distress up both the front and the back of these. And I think these look far more like Halloween numbers than Christmas. So Matt, I know you're working on a Halloween advent calendar or calendars. I'm sure you've probably already thought of this, but you know, maybe you could incorporate this somehow in your calendars, because isn't that pretty? I just love the way that shines. I don't know about you, but when I do this, this makes my shoulder ache. I think it's just old age. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I've been laying on my right side. Oh, my shoulder. That's where I hold all my tension. I hold it in my right shoulder and my right traps. That's why I've got to get my back worked on at least once a month, because I can't, I'm just so tight. I don't, you know, from working outside and hauling heavy stuff, tree limbs and branches, but if I stop, that's what happens. If you stop, then you just stop. You slow down and everything seizes up on you. All right, so let's put these on the side over here. I'm going to get rid of this because this is just nasty. It's nasty faux shiznick, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to bring the book back. And then again, like I said, these are the numbers, and you can see here on the back side how pretty that looks. I just think it's a nice, and I like to have them hang over the edge so you can kind of see them. So I also wanted to show you, I'm just going to put these through. Not going to put them all on yet. I put everything on up to 5. So I want to show you how I attach. And if I do something funky, cool down the road, we can do that together. But I also, this is a small book, so I really had to make sure I put here my my paper clips where everything was going to go. So that's what, 21, 22. And then that way I can work around, plan around. I gotta, look at that, I gotta take care of that. Actually, maybe what I would do, maybe I will put that on there, because I think this is really pretty. So this here is, let me get my thing. I think it's 5 by 5. So it's 5 1/4 by 6. And not all of these papers that Missy put in here are actually, you know, really square. What did I, 5 1/4 by 6, right? I think that's what I said. 5 1/4, it's 6 this way. I'm going to do it a little bit more than 6, just to be safe. And then I better do it again, because yesterday I cut some wrong. I don't want to cut this one wrong. Yep, 5 1/4. Yeah, I had to straighten some things out yesterday. Okay, so 5 1/4. Yeah, so I can put that there. Have to just cut that a little bit more, just a tad more. I'll take the lighter side off. So 5 1/4. Okay. And And then what I'll do is I'll just straighten this out. You can see that is not, level, plumb, and square in my world. But it was really cool today at the car show. There was a couple there that had two amazing Cadillacs from the 60s. They got them at an estate sale, if you can imagine that. And they lived in a town that it was about 20 minutes from where I grew up. And my dad's family was from there. And I'm talking to them, and I told them, my dad, you know, I had family that grew up on Gibson Avenue because, you know, everybody knows Gibson Avenue. And the woman says, oh, my husband grew up on John Street. Which John Street, this is Gibson Avenue, John Street is right here. And I'm like, you're kidding me? She goes, no. And I'm like, oh, and they were in their, I'd say they were in their mid-70s. And I said, isn't it a small world? And I said, yeah. I go, my dad's cousin, Chubby, and my Aunt May lived on Gibson Avenue with you know, we were, I'm related to the Van Tassels. And she looked at me, she goes, are you kidding me? I said, no. Come to find out, I met one of my cousins for the first time today. And he's like, oh my gosh, you know, he goes, yeah, I knew May and Chubb, and he knew my grandma Nellie. I mean, he knew of her. Oh my Lord. So then it was just like a major talk fest. And we just, I just couldn't believe it. I can't wait. I haven't talked to my brother yet. I cannot wait to tell my brother that I met one of our cousins. I'm going to leave this on here because I may put some washi tape on top and bottom. But see, isn't that pretty on there? I like that a lot. I'm going to leave this because this is square. I'm not going to cut that. I'll put some washi tape there. Okay, so what did I have? I had this one here, 22. So yeah, it was just a really pleasant day. I was so happy to meet my cousin. On my dad's side. I know all my cousins on my mom's side, but not my dad's side. 25, 26. So aren't these wonderful? There's 27, 28. I just love these. I just think they are, I just think it just adds so much to the back of these. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. I think that's enough. I ordered some more new stamps. I ordered some more Tim Holtz goodies, and they should be in midweek. But we will, there's my 31. There's my 31. We will definitely create some more fun ephemera. I'm so excited. And there's 31. So I have all of my numbers in here. And again, I love, when I attach my numbers, I love to use these little, I can never remember what they're called. I always call them, they're not gussets. I always forget what they're called. I'm so bad with that. But I love to attach them with that. And then this one here, I just glued down. This one here, again, I glued because this was a pocket and I didn't want to staple it or anything. And then I used another one of these. And then this one I stapled. See, I just used the staples there. So I will attach the others once I make sure I know that that's where they want to go. So that's it. That's all I've done so far. And I still have all of my little envelopes here. We can start working on some pages. And I think this is just going to be a fun video. Like I said, I've got some more Tim Holtz little things coming. I'll probably make some stamps ahead of time. Little ephemera with the stamps. We can do that. So that is it. That's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Get out your sprays and spray the backs of those pages of your photo paper and dress them up and have them blend in. And I think it's really cute. So I want to wish everyone a fantastic week. I will see you again. Get outside, enjoy the weather while you can, and hugs and blessings to everyone. All right, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.